What's going on, guys? Welcome to Black and Nerdy Tabletop. I'm your host, Zephonix, and today we are going to go ahead and do a step-by-step on creating a brand new character for myself. I'm very excited for this because I just kind of got the idea to make a character. Even though I had this idea to do these type of videos for a hot minute, I wanted to go ahead and kind of do like a kind of a backstory to them and tell you to, which I will do with my main characters that I play, that I'm transferring over from D&D to Pathfinder. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and talk about this brand new character that I'm going to go ahead and make. And it's going to be an alchemist. Not only an alchemist, a Taralu dwarven alchemist. So yeah. So before I start, please go ahead, subscribe if you like this kind of content. Don't forget to go ahead and like the video. Much appreciated. I'm actually having a lot of fun with Pathfinder and whatnot. So let's go ahead and get started. So for those who don't know who the Taralu dwarves are, they are the dwarves that live in the eastern jungles of Milwaukee Expanse. Now, as you are looking at the pictures right in front of you of said dwarves, you may notice something that actually may kind of connect them together. Yes, absolutely. They got colorful hair and things of that nature, but if you might have noticed they all have bronze skin. You know, a la black skin, as you know, African Americans or Africans do, or you know, of that descent here in our beloved world here. And I'm absolutely ecstatic for that. I've tried to not talk about it. I promise I did, but I can't help it. I'm so excited for that because not only do we have a particular dwarf that do go ahead and represent black people, but we got two of them. These are not the only dwarves, black dwarves in this game, which is crazy because that's 100% more than most games do and 200% more than D&D does. Because let me explain something to you. When it comes down to like representing black people or any kind of people, it's not about the color of your skin, but the culture that comes with it. And that's one of the reasons why I love Pathfinder. They get it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started here. So just a quick thing. Like I said, the Taralu are from the Milwaukee Expanse, the eastern jungles of the Milwaukee Expanse, along with the other dwarves called the Mbeki. The Mbeki dwarves. I'm saying that totally wrong, I know. But Mbeki dwarves, that's what it is. Okay, so the difference with these dwarves, though, is they understand the the problem of war and things of that nature. They're not like their dwarven cousins that you all know so well. And yeah, all the dwarves that you know, unlike elves, where elves are like totally different as they are in like in different stories, like for example, the elves in Warcraft are different than the elves in Warhammer, which are different than the elves in D&D and whatnot. Dwarves are usually all the same, but not these dwarves. These dwarves are more, they prefer to do things like meditate. They do things like try to keep the peace, you know? So they're much different than other dwarves are. So I'm very excited to go ahead and represent them here. Not only that, but they are less about war and more about shamanism and more about, they actually believe that dragons and dragon kind are actually holy. You know, so really, really good thing. So it might actually be like if you would go ahead and create a summoner who actually has a dragon, or maybe any particular wizard, excuse me, like this one that has a dragon on his thing, on his cane right there. That would actually be considered probably high on the totem pole in terms of nobility when it comes down to the Taralu dwarves here. Another thing that you may have noticed is that their hair. I love their hair. Notice how their hair kind of looks like certain times of the day. Like this one right here looks like a starry sky and, you know, and stuff like that. And that's intentional. A lot of their hairs look like, this one looks like dusk. And that's what they do. They dye their hair, but they dye it in the colors of the sky at a certain time. So I absolutely love that about them. But that's it for now. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So we're going to go ahead and I said that like 4 times, I know. So we're on Demiplane right now. Best place to go ahead and create a character. As long as you bought the books. And you're going to go ahead and click on create a character and then click on Pathfinder. So as this loads up here, like I said, I'm very excited to go ahead and do this. I really am. I can't even express that enough here. So first thing I'm going to do is we're not going to give the character a name right now. We're just going to call him Taralu. And we're going to go ahead and upload a picture for him. So I do have a picture right here. These are all my pictures for my Black and Nerdy Tabletop stuff. I'm going to go ahead and make this picture right here. Purple beard, whatnot. I still got to do more, but truth be told, this was AI done. But I'm actually going to work on doing one in a 3D version of it soon. So in the meantime, we'll use this for now. All right, so we're going to go ahead and upload the picture. Taralu, there it is right there. So that's good. Let's go ahead over to our ancestry. So we already said that we're going to go ahead and make him a dwarf. So that's here. That's set here. Notice dwarves have 10 hit points, medium size. They don't move as fast. So I always recommend, like dwarves, I've seen a lot of dwarves with axes and things of that nature, which is good. But you got to keep in mind that this is Taralu dwarves. So they're not really keen on war and things of that nature. So it would be hard pressed, not impossible, but hard pressed to find a warrior Taralu. And if you even find a ranger Taralu, 3 out of 4, he's more akin to doing skills than actual fighting, but he will fight if need be. So I actually love that here. So one thing that you have to go ahead and remember too, that just like their cousin dwarves, all dwarves have clan daggers. Just to go ahead and put the images back on the screen, if you notice, right in the center there on the dwarf, they all will have clan daggers on them. Not only can you tell, does a dwarf always have the clan dagger, but incidentally, that's how you can tell if the dwarf is in fact a Pathfinder's dwarf, because they most of the time they have their clan daggers on them. You can't see it on this one, but they all are supposed to have clan daggers on them. See, this one actually has a clan dagger on him as well, and I'm sure the next one will also have a clan dagger. There you go. So that's like I said, the clan dagger is very important to a dwarf in general. That represents his heritage. That represents everything that is him. I will be making a dwarf video talking about that a little deeper, but we're going to select the dwarf. After that, now we can choose our dwarf heritage. Now I said we're making an alchemist already. If I didn't, we're making an alchemist. But we're going to make a strong-blooded alchemist. And the reason why I do that is because obviously, if he's an alchemist, he's probably going ahead and working on different toxins and trying them out to see how they taste or other things. So this one says a strong-blooded dwarf. Your blood runs hardy and strong. You can shake off toxins. You gain poison resistance equal to half of your level, minimum 1, and each of your successful saving throws against a poison affiliation reduces its stage by 2, or by 1 if for a virulent, I don't know what that is, a virulent poison. I'm assuming that's a type of poison that we'll have to run into eventually. But anyway, it says each critical success against an ongoing poison reduces the stage by 3. Wow. Or by 2 for a virulent poison. Like I said, I suspect a virulent poison, or how you pronounce it, is something I'll have to deal with if I'm doing poisons, right? But for the record, regular poisons are usually reduced by 2, and a critical will be reduced by 3. So that's actually pretty damn good. Especially having this defense against this poison, this unknown type of poison. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a strong-blooded dwarf. After that, I can go ahead and choose ancestry feats. So this one, I'm not really sure which one I'm going to do. He's an alchemist. So the one thing that I want this alchemist to do is I want him to be more, I'm going to say, he uses his skills and his abilities more than he fights. You know, though he can fight, obviously. I want him to be able to go ahead and do other things besides fight. Let's see what this mountain strategy. Dwarves have a long history of fighting common foes, and you've mastered the ancient tactic to better face these enemies. You gain a +1 circumstance bonus to damage with your weapon and unarmed. That's actually not bad per se, but that's not really what I want to do. So I'm thinking I'm going to go Dwarven lore for now. If to be honest with you, I might have chosen something a little bit different, maybe something over here. Something like clan lore or clan's edge or something like that. Clan's edge allows him to be a little bit better regarding his dagger, his clan dagger, which I really do like that whole clan dagger part. Here's one where he actually has a pistol. I don't even know what clan lore is. I do want to take a look at it though. But right now we're just going to choose Dwarven lore, which gives us, by the way, additional lore. for Dwarven lore, so that way I can go ahead and run that if I want to talk about dwarves and whatnot. It also gives me trained proficiency in crafting and religion. So that works out for religion, but for crafting, I mean, I'm probably going to get that like 2 or 3 times. So so I'll have to choose another skill when it comes time for that. So as a dwarf, I believe I get a boost. If you look up here, here's all the things here. So I got a boost in Constitution and a boost in Wisdom as a dwarf, but I got a -1 in Charisma. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to put +1 in Intelligence. And I'm going to do the +1 Intelligence because when I have to, like I said, I'm doing an Alchemist, so crafting is a really big part of that. So and crafting is based on your intelligence. So smart to put that in there. Now I'm going to choose backgrounds. So, and just in case I didn't really get over it, if you look here under dwarfs, and I don't think I really went over it here, so let me go ahead and kind of take a look at it again. It doesn't say, but dwarves get a +1 in a bonus in Constitution, a bonus in Wisdom, but a negative, or rather I can't think of the word here. I honestly can't think of the word here. I'm drawing a blank here. Flaw. That's what it is. A flaw in in the thing here. So that's good. Do I have to? I got to choose it again. But they also get, as you see, because they got here, they also got stuff for Fortitude and Will for saving throws as well. As we already talked about the 10 hit points. So looks like I got to do this again. All because I forgot the word flaw. That's annoying. But we're going to do it anyway. Okay, so we got here, we got Dwarven lore. And we already said here we're going to go ahead and do a bonus in intelligence. So that's good. All right, so we're going to background now. So there's plenty of backgrounds that I can choose from. But if I'm going to be an alchemist, I did already find a background. I already know of a background, rather, that I find really good. And that's artisan. So if I choose artisan, as you see here, it says, as an apprentice, you practice a particular form of building or crafting, developing a specialized skill. You might have been a blacksmith apprentice, toiling over the forge for countless hours, a young tailor sewing garments of any kind, of all kinds rather, or a shipwright shaping of the hulls of a ship. Kind of cool, right? All right, so it says you choose 2 attribute boosts. So it's either strength or intelligence. That works out good because I want intelligence. And another free one. And on top of that, you're trained in a crafting skill, which I believe Dwarven lore actually did that for me already. But don't worry about it. Unlike D&D, which means that you don't get an additional skill. Here, you actually do get an additional skill. In fact, actually, correction. In D&D, it just won't let you do it, I don't think. So, I don't know. It's been a while since I played D&D. But I also get guild lore, so I know a lot about the guild that I'm about to go ahead and choose. And then I can choose specialty crafting, which it says you train. Your training focuses on crafting one particular kind of item. Long story short, it says I get a +1 bonus to that to crafting checks based on that item. And it looks like once I reach master with this particular crafting skill, I get the +2. I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and choose artisan. And as I choose artisan, it tells me to choose my speciality for my crafting, which is great because I'm going to choose alchemist. Because remember, I get a +1 to all my alchemy skills. So that's and a +2 once I reach the master. So that works out, especially since I'm already trained in alchemy already. So once again, I love it. Now, ability boost. So as we said before, we have to choose one. One must be either strength or intelligence, and the other one can be anything we want. So I'm going to put intelligence for the first one. And now I have to choose any one I want. So I think I'm going to choose, I got +1 for wisdom. So that's always good to have wisdom because when you're rolling for initiative to fight, you want to have at least 1 for your perception. So that way you can, at least get some form of bonus. My character is also going to be a range character. So I'm going to put dexterity as well. All right. And let's see. Oh, crafting replacement training. So keep in mind, the background I chose already had crafting in it. So I have to choose something else to exchange it for. So I'm going to choose, let's see, I got Dwarven lore, guild lore, which are 2 I have. Don't worry about these though. You can't really up these that much. I'm going to choose nature. So either nature or medicine. Let's go for medicine. There you go. All right, don't worry. I'm going to get the other ones very soon. In fact, let's go take care of it now. So I'm now choose class, and I'm going to choose the Alchemist. So now that I chose the Alchemist, as you see right here, there's plenty of things going on with the Alchemist. I will be releasing a video, hopefully soon, talking about the Alchemist and how the Alchemists are, how to play them. But I will say that they are trained to perception, so that works out. That means that right now I got a +3 if I choose this to my perception roll, which is, like I said, my roll for initiative. My fortitude saves are expert, giving me a +4 to my fortitude saves. My reflex saves are also +4 rather, because it's expert. Trained is 2, expert is 4. So my will saves are +2, which means that up here I should be like +5, +5, +3. Attack in terms of weapons, I have simple weapons, alchemical bombs, and armed attack, so that's fine. And under defense, I have light armor, medium armor, and unarmored defense. So that's cool. I can either wear no armor or light armor. Works out. As an alchemist, I also get trained. So once again, I got to find something to exchange for train. But I also get trained in a number of additional skills equal to 3 plus your intelligence modifier. My intelligence modifier will be like 4 by the time I'm done. So yeah. And then I got to choose right here, either bomber, chirurgeon, whatever that means. That's pretty much medical, mutagenist, or toxicologist in terms of my, for lack of a better word, subclass. But let's go ahead and do it. So we're going to choose Alchemist. All right. So now we chose Alchemist. Now we're going to go ahead and choose my attribute boost. So with my attribute boost, I get to choose 4 free ones. So whatever I want. So it's going to be intelligence. So I got intelligence to 4. Keep in mind 2 is the one I had 2, but then when I chose Alchemist, I got a +1 in intelligence because that's my key attribute. And then I put another one in there, so it's 4. I'm going to put 1 in strength just in case I have to fight. Some form of bonus to my my melee. But I'm going to be primarily ranged, so I'm going to put another in dexterity. And I got 1 more left. I'm actually going to sacrifice this one and put this one in charisma. And I'll be putting more in charisma as I tend to go there, because I want my character to be able to kind of talk his way out of fighting, if that makes any sense. So I probably should put more into that, but it is what it is at this point. So that's the one we do here. Now we have to do a crafting skill replacement. So I'm going to go ahead and choose just Arcana. All right. So now that we've chosen the crafting skill replacement, now we got to choose the rest of my skills, which I had to say up to 7. So because I had 3 plus my modifier, which is 4, intelligence modifier, which gives me 7. So with that in mind, I'm going to choose diplomacy, just in case like I said, I want to be able to have a chance to talk my way out of stuff. I want to choose nature. I want to choose society. That's 3. Let's go ahead and do thievery, survival, and stealth. That give me 6. So I'm trying to not do physical ones, if I'm being honest with you. I'm trying to do more everything else but physical ones, but I don't seem to have. I'll do the cultist. Just in case I run into something and I need to kind of look up some skills for cultists and whatnot. So there you go. So with that being said, here's alchemy. This one gives me my alchemy, including and gives me the feat of alchemical crafting, which pretty much means that when I select this feat, I automatically get it, by the way. You immediately add 4 formulas. You add the formulas for 4 common first level alchemical items to your formula book. So unlike Wizards, I have a formula book, which is kind of works as my spell book, which is right here for the record. So it kind of gives you all the information you need and kind of examples of stuff that you can get in here. Don't worry about it. We'll be choosing our formulas very soon. We also have advanced alchemy, which means that I can go ahead and like some people, like regular people would have had to have an alchemist lab in order to go ahead and make alchemy. good alchemy. But for me, I can use just simply my alchemist toolkit. So that works very well as well. Versatile vials are another particular type of what I can do is my character will always have like versatile vials on them, and I can use that as well as quick alchemy to go ahead and craft like any particular formula that I have on me that I can go ahead and use. You know, it's limited, so keep in mind like it's limited. I think for like 10 minutes. So basically, I have to use it sooner than later. So if I'm out of battle, I can make it into a healing potion, but I would have to go ahead and give it to him sooner than later. Or I can go ahead and, if I go ahead and use it, I can use it in battle as a regular bomb to blow up on someone. So I do have options. Let's put it that way. Speaking of quick alchemy, pretty much this allows me to go ahead and use one action to go ahead and create, to do a crafting check and try to create a vial or my alchemy within battle. So most of the time you have to create like your alchemy or whatnot outside of battle and things like that. But with quick alchemy, I can go ahead and create it in battle, but just quickly, I have like a base, kind of like a base on me that I can go ahead and just kind of throw some stuff in. Bang! It's a healing potion, and I can go ahead and smash it over the head of my ally and heal him. I can actually throw if I wanted to. It's funny, but it's good. Yeah, it works that way. Anywho, my field of research, aka my subclass. I could choose anything I want here. I think I'm going to choose Bomber. Now, I'm not going to get into what these things do here, but I do get benefits. For example, I can choose two alchemical bombs here with the formulas. So when I get my formulas, I'll have to create alchemical bombs as well. Then I get a field benefit, which is like when throwing an alchemical bomb with the splash trait, you can choose to deal splash damage only to only your primary target instead of the usual splash area. So that allows me to kind of control the splash. So and remember, when you do splash, everyone gets it. So another one that I've been looking at is this one right here. So this one's actually a healing one. And I could do that, and I might even change later on. But right now, just for the interest of time, I say that because this video is going on for 20 minutes. I'm going to choose Bomber. Okay, so I got Bomber set up, and I gotta, last but not least, I gotta go ahead and choose my final Alchemist feat. So in most cases, if I'm being honest with you, I would have chose like Alchemical Familiar and whatnot, and made it be a dragon. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna do that because that's what I would have done. I would have done that anyway, because you know, that's what my dwarves, they like dragons. So first thing I'm gonna choose is my familiar. We're going to name him Havoc. And then on top of that, I believe... Oh, Dragon Trait. And... I don't know what I'm going to choose here. I would have chose Construct, if I'm being honest with you. But in the meantime, I'm just going to... this. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to choose this one. Helps you perform... attempt a performance check. Let's go ahead and just do Absorb Familiar. I don't know what it is, but that ain't going to help me in no way, shape, or form. Now, it's time for me to choose my my versions of spells, my formulas. So I'm going to start from the bottom and go up here. So for Bomber, they need to be 2 attack ones. So very easy to do. Acid Flask and Alchemist Fire. Both are really good. And so this one, I can go ahead and, as you see right here, I got lesser, moderate, greater, and major. As you see right there, there's levels. So with every level that I get, like once I reach level 3, I'll be able to make moderate ones. But right now, I'm going to only be able to do lesser ones until I reach that level. So, and you can actually see can you see the damage here? Oh, right down here. Lesser. So the bomb deals 1 d6 persistent acid damage and +1 splash damage. So that's really good. For the other one, Alchemist Fire, I would assume is relatively the same thing. 1d8 fire damage and splash damage to everyone around. But now, +1 persistent fire damage. Okay. That's really good. So with that in mind, we're going to close that one up. Now I'm going to choose Alchemist my regular alchemist ones. For being an alchemist, I get these. So we got the first one's done. Let's see. Antidote is always good to have. Let's see here. What is bottled lightning? So 1d6 electric splash damage. Why not? It's always good to have a versatile of different spells and abilities here. So I chose 2 there. Now for alchemical crafting feat, I can now choose 4 of them. So let's see here. I'm going to choose nothing here. Oh, close that. I don't know why that's open. So keep in mind, they have to be common. So all the ones I'm getting right now will be common. Elixir of Life. This is actually a healing potion. And I'm getting that for the record. This one does 1d6. It says your elixir restores 1d6 hit points. And the bonus is +1. Okay. So 1d6 plus 1 hit points, I guess. So that's fine. So that's number 1. I got 3 more to do. Keep in mind, you may see the locked ones, and that's because I don't own the books yet. So let's see. Quicksilver, mutagen, smoke ball is always good to have, just in case I need to run or whatever. Thunderstone. It deals 1d4 sonic damage, and then splash damage of 1. And then it says the DC is 17, which probably means that there's an additional thing to it. I'm not going to look into it right this second now. I'm going to, just so I can continue, I'm going to go ahead and just do snake oil. I probably would have did like spear, frog poison, or something like that, but we'll do this for now. And I got everything. As you see right here, everything is checked off. So I'm going to go ahead and click on character sheet here and load up my character sheet. So I just finished my Taralu Dwarf. As you see, the picture's right up there. He's a Dwarf Alchemist level 1. I love it. I love it. It's really good here. And if I look here, click on the Alchemist, as I click on the spells, you notice there's nothing there. And there's not going to be nothing there. But the reason why spells are still here is because I could learn through like rituals and whatnot. And technically speaking, a character, as long as he is... I believe, I don't want to say nothing right now. I was going to say, I believe you can still learn spells, even though like you're a warrior, as long as you are skilled in spell, like Arcana and stuff like that. So at least I think so. I'm not 100% sure. I want to look into that later on. But as you see right here, I got my little dragon. He's got the dragon trait, Havoc. And he's got Exhort Familiar, which is your familiar can transform into a mark to carry on your flesh. Okay, that does not work, so I'll be changing that later on. Interesting, though. I love that. I love that. In fact, this gives me an idea to create another character. But and I believe Conan the Barbarian in the cartoon actually had a Needle. Right, Needle was a phoenix that could turn into a mark. Interesting. Anyway, which also would have the Phoenix trait, but whatever. So this is my familiar. And then on top of that, my alchemy right here. If you look here, these are all of my the alchemy that I have right here. All the formulas with quick alchemy. As you see right there, I would use this. And with advanced alchemy, I can go ahead and craft alchemy as long as I have the actual formulas. And you get 2 formulas every time that you level. So if you look, if I click on craft here, you'll notice that just like here, I only have lesser, like lesser fire, lesser alchemist fire, lesser acid flash, and things of that nature. Once I reach level 3, though, and I'll just go ahead and up here, I just realized I just kind of goofed up on one thing. Forgot to give myself actual items. So, but I'll do that in a minute. So, okay, as you see right here, it says right here, acid flash moderate, alchemist fire moderate. So it went from lesser to moderate. So I still don't have this one to do moderate yet. It would have to looks like I would have to wait till. Let me see. That was antidote, right? So antidote, I have to wait till level 6. in order to get the moderate version of antidote, which is fine. I do want to go ahead back here, though, to go back, click on this to go back to my character creation, because at this point, I should have gotten, I don't think I scrolled down enough, maybe? Oh, equipment. I just kind of went over it. It says blue right here because keep in mind, I turned myself to level 3, but I'm not going to actually get anything right now. So let's see here. I have this. I can go to equipment package right here. So I can click here. And this is the stuff I can get. So I got an Alchemist toolkit, which I need to go ahead and make my alchemy. Caltrops, that's kind of cool. Repair kit. Keep in mind, my main gold I own is right here. All this actually does cost. A sling and some bullets right here. I would sell these later on and kind of replace them. Well, I guess not sell them because they're not worth much. My only kickback here is the fact that I don't see Clan Dagger here. That's annoying. And it says Dagger here, but I think that's for the Alchemist himself. So that's bad here. So let me purchase it. Let it save. Okay. My character should have came, because he's a dwarf, it should have automatically come with the Clan Dagger, and it looks like it didn't. Or maybe it did. Let me check the... Yep, Clan did come. It automatically came with the Clan Dagger. Great. So I can actually put that in my hand. And yeah, keep in mind, this is very important. A dwarf without a Clan Dagger is not a dwarf at all. I'm being silly, but I'm not. Okay? So, and of course, range, I have a better weapon here. Now, eventually, I probably will get like a crossbow and use that as my main weapon here. But I'll be able to go ahead and create alchemy too. So, for example, let's just say that I create Alchemist Fire. So, as you see right there, I got my Alchemist Fire right there, which I can go ahead and put in my hand, and I can throw it. I'm happy to report this, and I was hoping this would be the case. I get a +8, which looks like it gave me my boost. So I like this. Okay, so I was thinking about just getting like a weapon, but maybe not. Maybe I'll just use my Alchemist Fire and stuff like that. But anyway, that's it for my character. So this is my alchemy character. I'm very happy with it, if I'm being super honest with you. Let's go ahead, and I forgot to actually wear my studded armor. So I got 19. How much without it? 17. So I got my studded armor, which gives me 19. There we go. And I have my Alchemist toolkit in my possession, which allows me to go ahead and actually create the alchemy that I want to. And like I said, that's it. I have access to my skills, including caltrops. I don't know why I didn't notice caltrops until now. But yeah, and as you see right here, when I roll crafting, my crafting is already at level 3. It's already at +9, 16, which, if I'm being honest with you, I would probably, if I can, the minute that I can go ahead and increase my crafting, that's when I need to increase it. So I probably can already do it already at level 3. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of this video, as well as, I know it's long, but like I said, had to explain a lot of things as I'm creating a character. But then, like I said, this character looks really good. I'm really happy with it. And there goes my, I just crafted some Alchemist Fire right there. And like I said, it's got a, you can just click on it, by the way, and get all the stuff. It's 2d8 at level 3. That's how good this is. At level 3, it is 2d8 +2 splash damage. But because I am a bomber alchemist, I can control the splash damage to only hit him. Love it. Yes. Yes, please. And of course, naturally, for those who don't know, just click here. And that's what happens when I throw it. And then I can click here for the damage. I love it. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. You guys have a good night. I'm out.